Hi Virgo, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I'm here to do your April 2025 reading. I have it all laid out and I've had a little bit of a look here. And what fell out for you here, you have the Seven of Wands and the Sun. And I think there is something really good, some sort of success, happiness, reunion, like something good and happy and bright is coming into your life. You've been given a golden key, basically. But there's something that you're defending or fighting for or sticking, digging in for that I'm not sure is worth it anymore. You feel vulnerable. You like he has no clothes, no shoes, he's got a pair of pants and a hat and a stick, and that's it. And so he feels vulnerable, and I'm not sure that he wants to fight this fight anymore. And I think that's where you are, Virgo. You're like, it's not worth it. So this is kind of a fight or flight card. Will I stay and defend what I have built? This big tower here, you've built it, and why shouldn't I be able to stay here? But you're thinking it's not worth it to you anymore. But this is going to bring happiness, I think, if you can give this up, perhaps. All right. What else came out for you is the Four of Clubs and the Four of Hearts. And so the Four of Clubs is where we're doubtful, torn apart about something that we have worked on for a while. We've put some of our creative energy into, perhaps, and it's a labor of love, so to speak. But you're at a crossroads, like I said, and you're not sure how to proceed, where to proceed, with what. I also think there could be an opportunity for some sort of new workplace, a new labor of love at a gathering, a small gathering. There is going to be a seed that you hear from somebody, seed that you find out about it, that leads to something for you, is what I think. I just got a feeling of it. Okay. So that's at a small gathering, an opportunity for you to move from this four corners. Um, and you also have the stars in the Lenormand. And the stars is a wish card. They're able to break through the clouds, these stars, just to shine. This is you, Virgo. I think I'm going to call it that. Breaking through the clouds just to shine. So, in your recent past here, you have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. The 10 is completion of some sort. It's like you're bored. You want to move on. You need a new challenge, kind of. You need that stimulation, that passion again. But again, you feel vulnerable. You're kind of looking out there and thinking you want something else, but you're not making a move toward it. You're standing there because you feel like maybe you don't have what it takes. You don't have the skills. You don't have the creative ideas. Something, you feel like you're lacking something, kind of thing, to move on. And this is the devil that's in you. The devil is these thoughts, this self-doubt. The devil can work its way in, because I feel like there's a possibility for some sort of partnership here for you, someone you really see eye to eye with. It could be a Capricorn. I just got a Capricorn feeling. And you feel like you're able to work with this person. They could help you with the paperwork, the legalities of it in some way. They have experience. They know how to weave their way in and out of all that stuff. whatever the red tape may be. And that's kind of a nightmare for you. You could be a creative soul in some way. And so that kind of stuff is just like, I can't do it. I can't, I'm not doing that stuff. I'm just going to do this. And they're saying, yes, you can, you know. So here we have the Lord, the Emperor, with the Justice card. So, like I said, he could be helping you with some sort of details, paperwork, applications, perhaps. Um, is and I think that is teaching you. I think teaching you probably, right? Um, Usually the Lord is the owner or the boss of what they're involved in. So if they own a home and they're renting out, they're the Lord of that home. If they own their own business or are the manager, you know, it's that sort of thing. And the thing about the Lord is tries to be very fair. Like he's wearing every color here, every color. And so he tries to look at all sides, and especially with the justice cards, because it's about fairness, equality, trying to look at everything that's going on to make an impartial decision. So I think you and this person, however, see eye to eye, and they might help pull you through, you know, because feeling like the two of wands, you know, you're feeling like the two of wands and like, no, I don't have what it takes, no, I couldn't do that stuff, no. And you paw it away when it's really what you want. You really want it. You really want to move into this sort of next step, maybe for some of you, next step. So in the present, there is an opportunity. There is an opportunity, and I think it's for you to move ahead in your career, move homes. Definitely an opportunity for growth for you and happiness. Okay, you got the sun in this Ace of Wands. And this Ace of Wands is an interesting one because you can see the deer there. And on the side where the deer is here, there's no growth. It's just nothing's living. But over here, there's growth. There's a tree that's just full of opportunity. There's all kinds of leaves. There's all kinds of ways to survive over there. But I got to make the leap. Will I take that log down, put it across and walk across? Will I grab that line? Will I grab that line? Here it is. And there's still a bit of doubt in you. You're not wanting to see it for the opportunity it is. You maybe limit yourself or doubt yourself again. You might have doubt about it. There's something in this opportunity you're having a hard time seeing. Okay. So I think it's decision time. Okay. Because you have the Chariot and the Ten of Swords. So in the Ten of Swords, we're deciding not to lay down and take any more of this. Seven of these swords, maybe other people or situations have put them in, but the last three we put in ourselves because we now do the damage to ourselves that other people did. Doubt ourselves, limit ourselves, on all kinds of ways. But in the Chariot, you make the decision to not do this anymore, to not, feed both of these. I hate when I do that. Feed both of these horses. You need to be directing them, controlling the reins, steering the show, making the decisions. And because you've done a lot of work here in the past to get you where you are now, and it's time to make a move. Like all the signs are saying it. And so you're gonna, by making this decision, you're coming out of victim mode. And you're like, I'm not going to be a victim anymore. I am going to say, yes, I'm going to make a decision here and I'm going to go for it. And when you do, It's very successful. You could be possibly teaching, managing, like I said, you're a leader of some sort, you're getting recognition, perhaps. This is where people are following you, looking at you, wanting to be like you. It's modeling good behavior or good example, maybe good skills. Anyway, it's Nine of Cups. This is really, really good. This is a wish come true. Okay. Um, and then in the future, which is the end of April, or a little before or a little after, time is fluid, you have the Ace of Wands and the World. So this is such a powerful reading, actually, Virgo, you know? So the Ace of Wands, you may get a message about this opportunity or that it's yours. They're handing the wand to you and saying it's yours. Just like that wand up here in the Ace of Wands. It's up there and it gets handed to you here. Here. And you step up, get on the path, get ready to go. Like she's standing so strong and straight and just, you know and with the World, we decide that we're ready to walk through that portal. She's going to walk through that portal and that threshold and begin her new chapter in life now. She's ready to end that last chapter, whatever that chapter is for you, a relationship, where you're living, what you're doing for a living, something here. Okay. It could be a big change in the family too. So you're ready to move forward. And then there is the Four of Wands, which represents stability, along with the Nine of Pentacles. It's independence. And this is something you're doing on your own, whether you're single or in a couple. This is your baby, your project. You could be going to a place actually to do a sabbatical of some sort. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a teacher, but it could be like a sabbatical. It could be like a month long thing where you're taking some training and learning some new skill. There could be a possibility of that for some of you. For others of you, this is working for a whole new place. It's new foundations, it's a new team, it's working together, it's really good. But you have some sort of independence. You're respected, let's say that. And it's something you're doing, okay? On your own, probably. And then you have the Sun for the second time, like right under a wish card. You have the Sun for the second time, which is success, happiness, joyful. It's a yes, you get to do it. There's something about moving into this, like you're happy, but there's also could be something sad happening in your life too, something difficult with someone I also want to mention the Tower is in many places. The Tower is the thing that we built, okay? And we have a hard time leaving it behind because we put our heart and soul into it, or we've been there for a long time, or we worked on a project. I don't know what it is. But even in the background here is the Tower, right? This is missing something, regretting. There's some sort of regret. Where else is it here? It's here in the very first card in the Seven Wands. He's standing on top of it. It's his right now, right? Oh, and then there's part of one. They're inside of it. Is this, really strong fortress in some way. It's in a lot of places in your reading. And when I see the Four of Wands, I see new beginnings. You don't want this big thing anymore. You want to be on the ground. You want humble, small, simple. You want simplicity in your life. And you want, I almost see a cottage kind of thing. Like it reminds me of the way a cottage makes you feel. And so something simpler. You realize you don't need that big tower, really. And especially after you get out of it, you're like, why was I sticking to that thing so much? Like, it was great, but I love this so much more. I love this so much more. But you are probably a sentimental creature and you still miss something that you had at that place. There could be something about it that you miss, okay? So, in the cartomancy, it was funny, like these cards come out, and then these kind of came out by accident, and I took them anyway. So, you could be having a conversation with someone about a health condition. Could be yours, could be theirs, okay? You, or no, pardon me, it's not a health condition. It's an obstacle, a barrier. Reminds me of the tower again. And it's perhaps something you can't get around. And at the point where you're done, you're at the 10, you don't want to anymore. All right. This is going to be a dream come true for you. This is a good thing that I don't know if you planned it, because I think you resisted the whole way there. You had to be taken there kicking and screaming kind of thing. But once you get there, you are so happy and think, why didn't I do this years ago? And you're really liking it. I think it's the beginning of your wish coming true, the beginning of it. Okay. And then you have the 7 of spades and the 10 of hearts. So this is tears of joy. This is something really good that's happening for you. You got another 10 here, 10 of spades, now 10 of hearts. This is great joy, you know. And I think it's a happy ending, how things ended up turning out, even though you had all this fear, this trepidation to move forward. You're happy at the way it turns out. I think it's hard. Change is hard for you to to adapt to. You like things to stay the same, and then sometimes like you need to feel really safe before you can make a move. It's that prince of pentacles, with the shield up, and it's like, okay, what's up ahead? In the Lenormand, so you have the stork, the anchor, and the mountain. And what I kind of see is, I think you're getting a message that it says it. You're getting a message, whether it comes in a message or you're just observing something, and it says to you, it's time to go. It's time to move on. And the anchor is telling you to pull up anchor. It's time to move on again. Okay. And I think that there's only more trouble to come if you stay, right? So both of these cards are saying move on. And it has something to do with the mountain or the tower. Again, it's just big giant piece of rock that is looming over you. And the further away you get from it, the less it bothers you. If that isn't plain as day, I don't know what is. So, all over this reading, it is telling you it's time to go. It's time to move on to that other position, new career, new place you want to live. Could could be a relationship or a partnership that you feel leery about because you like doing things on your own. You may go with this partnership, but I think you're going to be able to have independence anyway in what you're doing. In fact, you insist on it. You may be going to get some sort of training, and it may be spiritual in some way. Like I'm feeling a little bit of a spiritual thing possibly going on here. Definitely creative. You got so many wish cards, like the sun twice, the 9 of cups, then you got the 3 of diamonds and the 10 of hearts. Oh, and let's not forget the stars. the stars that are able to push their way through those clouds just to shine, make their way, get through them just to shine. So, wow, what a good reading. Believe in yourself, Virgo. Obviously you're going to find out others do. And I know even when others do, sometimes we still can't even hear it. We can't hear it. But I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna change your own mind. You're gonna stop being a victim and start being a champion, a leader. What you are. Okay? So congratulations. You know, April and spring is a perfect time for this to happen for you. Big seasonal change. Like this is the big one, and also in the fall. These are the big seasonal changes, and this one brings new growth. It brings regeneration. It brings blossoming. Things come to life. They reach through and reach through and reach through and blossom, and that's what you're doing. Like right here, you're trying to get through the ground right now. Still trying to get through the ground, and then you get through. You'll get through. All right, well, I want to hear about it. If you're willing to share, I'd love to hear about it. And other than that, happy Easter if you celebrate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Love you. Bye.